Hi everyone, welcome you all back. In today's lecture, we are going to see the layout and working principle of gas turbine power plant, right? So what is meant by a gas turbine? Gas turbine is a heat engine where a heat engine is nothing but an engine which produces the power from the heat energy, right? And a gas turbine is also known as a turbo machine where a IC engine will also produce power from heat, but in IC engine it is not a rotary engine, it is a reciprocating engine, it is a reciprocating machine, right? So a gas turbine is a turbo machine, that is rotary machine, and it is a heat engine which is used for electrical power generation in gas turbine power plants. Okay, you know that during the peak hours the electricity demand will be very high. To match that or to adjust that electricity demand, you cannot run a steam power plant or nuclear power plant. So you have to have standby unit to match the peak hour demand, right? Gas turbines can be started and stopped quickly, enabling them to brought into the service as required to meet energy demand peaks. Because of the gas turbine have starting time and stopping time very lesser, it can be used as a standby service for the energy demand peaks. The gas turbines are very small units and it has very low thermal efficiency. Because of these things, its opportunity for wider usage in electricity generation is very less. As I already told you, the thermal efficiency of the gas turbine is about 20 to 30 percentage only, which is compared to the steam turbine. Even it is compared to the steam power plant, it is very less. The modern steam power plant have 38 to 40% efficiency in the initial period, and a steam power plant usually will have more than 30% efficiency during the initial periods, right? So it is our responsibility, that is engineers responsibility, to make the gas turbine efficiency around 45 or 50. If you make this efficiency higher than the steam power plant, this gas turbine can be applied in small power requirement applications, right? The gas turbines are used in aviation and marine fields because of its self-contained lightweight, and it is not require any cooling water. That is, no other cooling water circuit is required for the gas turbine. So it can be used in the it can be used in the marine and aviation applications. Right. The construction of a gas turbine is very simple, and the cooling water is not required. Because of these things, the gas turbine finds application in mechanical driving systems, power generation, supply of process heat, compressed air, pump drives for gas and liquid pipelines. In jet propulsion and land and sea transport also, the gas turbine find its applications, right? So the working principle of the gas turbine is very simple. Just look at this diagram. This gas turbine can be splitted into three components. First one is air compressor, second one is combustion chamber, third one is turbine. In air compressor unit, the fresh air, that is the atmospheric air, is compressed by a compressor to a very high pressure, right? This highly compressed, that is high pressure air, is sent to the combustion chamber. In the combustion chamber, the high pressure air and the fuel is atomized into the combustion chamber, and the fuel and the air gets mixed together, right? This air fuel mixture will get burned when the spark plug gives the spark, that is small amount of heat energy. Because of this combustion, large amount of heat is produced in the combustion chamber. After the combustion takes place in the combustion chamber, the outputs are high pressure air, that is exhaust gas. It will be in high pressure and temperature. That high pressure air is sent into the turbine. In the turbine, the high pressure air gets expanded, and because of this, the turbine starts to rotate, right? This is how a gas turbine operates. Usually gas turbines works in the Brayton cycle only. Here I am giving the Brayton cycle for you. In the stage 1 to 2, that is in the compressor stage, the air is compressed by a isentropic compression process. That is in the 1 to 2, air is compressed by the isentropic process. Then 2 to 3, where in a combustion chamber the compressed air fuel mixer gets burned and heat is added in the 2 to 3 stage. That is in the 2 to 3, constant pressure heat addition takes place in a combustor. In process 3 to 4, the high pressure air is gets expanded in the turbine. That is isentropic expansion happens in the turbine. It is in the 3 to 4 stage, and in 4 to 1 stage in constant pressure heat rejection process takes place. This is the simple gas turbine working cycle, that is Brayton cycle, right? So now we will see the components of the gas turbine one by one. First one is air compressor. You just imagine that in a shaft at one end air compressor is fixed, and at the other end the turbine is fixed, right? So when the turbine rotates, the air compressor also will start to rotate. So this is why the gas turbine is not a self starting unit. The gas turbine has to started with a separate motor. Only after you get the power from the turbine unit, the air compressor will start to run on its own, right? The air compressor sucks the air from the atmosphere and compresses it, thereby increasing its pressure. And in combustion chamber, the compressed air combines with the fuel. The greater the pressure of the air, the better the air fuel mixture burns. Modern gas turbines usually use liquid fuels, right? But also they will use artificially gasification of a solid fuel or natural gas or gaseous fuel. In turbine, hot gases moves through a multi-stage gas turbine. Like in a steam turbine, the gas turbine also will have two types of blade, that is stationary blades, or it is called as guide blades, and moving blades. The guide blades are used to guide the or adjust the velocity of the inlet exhaust gases. Then this exhaust gases will expand in the moving blades, and because of this the moving blade starts to rotate. When the moving blade starts to rotate, the turbine shaft attached to that is also starts to rotate. Partial part of the power produced by the turbine is given to the atmosphere, and the remaining power is given to the generator in order to give the electricity generation. Okay. The gas turbine can be classified into open cycle gas turbine power plant and a closed cycle gas turbine power plant. Here I am giving you a layout of the open cycle gas turbine power plant. In this layout I am using two compressors, that is low pressure compressor, that is here low pressure compressor, and here another one compressor, high pressure compressor. And also this cycle has the high pressure turbine and another turbine, low pressure turbine. In between these two turbines, another combustion chamber is added in order to reheat the exhaust gas of this high pressure turbine, right? So this is reheat cycle, and here a regenerator is also, that is heat exchanger is also equipped with this. I will explain this layout now. In the low pressure compressor, a starting motor is attached, right? When the starting motor starts the low pressure compressor, this low LPC will suck the air from the atmosphere, and it will increase the pressure of the atmospheric air to some amount, right? Now the pressure and temperature also will be very high. Now you have to reduce the temperature of this output of the low pressure compressor air, since if the same air is given to the high pressure compressor, then the high temperature may damage the blades of the high pressure compressor. So an intercooler is located here in order to reduce the temperature of the output air from the low pressure turbine. So once the heat is reduced, once the temperature is reduced from the output of the LPC and it is given to the HPC. Remember that here there is no change in pressure, only temperature will reduce from here to here, right? So in the high pressure compressor, again the air is compressed to a high pressure. Okay, this high pressure air is given to the heat exchanger, right? In the heat exchanger it gains some amount of heat from the heat exchanger and it is sent to the combustion chamber. In the combustion chamber a fuel injector is there. A fuel injector atomize the fuel and facilitate the better air fuel mixture, right? This air fuel mixture is gets burned in the combustion chamber and enormous amount of heat is produced inside the combustion chamber because of the combustion process. Then the exhaust gas with high pressure is sent to the high pressure turbine, right? In the high pressure turbine the exhaust gas starts to expand. This expansion makes the turbine blades to rotate. Because of this rotation, mechanical energy is created in the high pressure turbine. The part of the mechanical energy generated by the high pressure turbine is given to the compressors to further running of the compressors, and the remaining power is given to the generator unit to produce the power. Once in the high pressure turbine the exhaust gas gets expanded, then the remaining gas will have some more energy with that. So here, as I already told you, a reheater cycle is placed here and this exhaust gas is again gets fuel from the fuel injector and gets burned in the combustion chamber. Again it gains the heat and it goes to the low pressure turbine. In low pressure turbine also some amount of power is generated, that is mechanical energy is generated. That mechanical energy also used for power generation here. The output of the low pressure turbine is exhaust gas. This exhaust gas is given to the heat generator where it loses the heat in order to lower its temperature to the atmospheric level, right? So the temperature rejected by this exhaust gas is again used as the input power here, that is in the air coming here it is used as the input heat energy to here, right? After this exhaust gases release the energy, that is heat energy in a heat exchanger, then it is sent to the chimney and the exhaust gases are left to the atmosphere. So now here again fresh air has to be taken inside the low pressure compressor. Here there are no connection between the air intake and the output. So hence this cycle is called as open cycle gas turbine. So I am here giving you a closed cycle gas turbine power plant. The closed cycle gas turbine power plant is nothing but this. It is very similar to the open cycle gas turbine power plant, but the exhaust gas from the heat exchanger is given to the chimney in open cycle, but here in closed cycle the same exhaust gas from the heat exchanger is given as the input to the low pressure compressor. That is the only difference between the open cycle gas turbine and closed cycle gas turbine. The advantages of the gas turbine power plant: it has very power to weight ratio, right? Very high power to weight ratio compared to the reciprocating engines. It is smaller than the reciprocating engines, but it producing the same power. That is what power to weight ratio is, high. Compared to the reciprocating engines, the gas turbine will have very lesser amount of moving parts. That is, it means that it requires a low amount of lubrication and there will not be high amount of heat energy because of friction created inside the gas turbine. The operating pressures of the gas turbine is very slow. It has high operation speed and as I already told you, low lubrication is required, so that lubricating oil requirement is very less and the cost and consumption is very less, right? In the disadvantage side, as I already mentioned you, it is not a self-starting unit and it is not that suitable for road transport and helicopter. It is because of its weight and compact size, it can be used only for the transportation supports in the sea. If you want to change the power settings, that is output power, if you want to change the output power, the gas turbine will have a very delayed response, right? Similarly, less efficient, it is less efficient as we mentioned earlier. Gas turbines are very less efficient than other engines, right? And because of these turbine blades and compressor blades, the machining operations are more complex. Because of these machining operations are complex, and the gas turbine blades and compressor blades has to be high stronger material, and it has to be more heat resistant material. The initial cost of the engine will be very high. These are all some disadvantages about the gas turbine power plant. In the next video, we will discuss magneto hydroelectric, that is MHD power plants. Thank you all.